Fogado's personal skill and unique class skill creates a bit of a mismatch with his preferred weapon of a bow. With the bow, you would want to stay far away and chip away at enemies. But with his personal skill and class skill, well, things are a bit different. His unique class, Cupido, combined with his personal growths give him pretty great speed, but middling defenses. Fogado's personal skill, Charmer, reduces a foe's crit chance by 10% during combat with an enemy who he has just fought in the most previous round of combat. And his class skill, Back At You, will only trigger once Fogado takes damage. The skill can grant Fogado's counterattack additional damage based on half the damage he just took from the enemy's attack. Which can be kind of weird because Fogado, while he is able to wield a sword as a Cupido, his main go-to and preferred weapon is the bow, which doesn't have great synergy with a counterattack skill because bows are not the best at consistently retaliating against all types of enemies. With that said, the general bulk of the class ensures that Fogado takes a lot of damage when he gets hit, but is never doubled due to his stellar speed growth. This could pose a problem in higher difficulties where enemies will have inflated stats, making it easier for Fogado to die in one hit. Because of this, most people will end up slapping Lucina's ring on Fogado to make him also be a backup, allowing him to participate in many chain attacks thanks to a combo of high mobility from being a cavalry unit and the busted dual assist skill. Fogado can also make great use of the Bond Ring Wind God skill, allowing him to attack at 3 or 4 range with a bow, and if you have him inherit Canter, he can back out of harm's way. And if nothing else, there's always the option of making him overpowered by throwing Linz's Emblem Ring on him, or just changing him out of Cupido and into much stronger classes like warriors or heroes. But if you're a channel regular, you already know we are here for the spice, so we're gonna try to make this class skill and class work, even in maddening mode. The Inheritable skill Holdout and its upgraded version is essential for maximizing damage from Back At You. This allows Fogado to take as much damage as he wants. As long as he has more than 1 HP, he'll always survive. The higher his HP cap, the stronger his Back At You damage becomes. We can even force the enemy to attack first in the player phase with smash weapons. We can make great use of engravings that have negative dodge rates. With just Holdout and smash weapons, he is free to use many other Inheritable skills, but the more important part of the setup is the Emblem Ring itself. Next to Lin, there's another Emblem Ring that is just plain good. This one, however, cost money. That's right, Tiki is amazing for this setup because she provides the bulk and the sustain, but also something that most players have already used and I personally love using a lot of. And that is the area of effect breath weapons that acts essentially like a smash weapon that are accessible when engaged with Tiki. But instead of knocking an enemy backwards, it instead deals damage in 4 different tiles in a conal shape in front of the unit. For Fogado and Cupido, they'll get access to Fire Breath, which can create fire terrain, which not only deals additional damage to enemies at the beginning of their turn, and can block off the enemy's movement option if they are not a flyer. Tiki's Emblem Ring provides HP, defense, and luck, with HP being a major factor in contributing to Fogado's added bulk and damage to Back At You. And to top it off, Tiki's engaged skill Life Spear can heal your unit up to 40 HP and remove all statuses whenever you use the wait command, creating a potentially spicy enemy phase unit that can deal massive damage on the counter attack. As mentioned, the extra skill slot is up to you. A cheap investment that can go a long way is Reposition, allowing you to place vulnerable units behind your frail tank Fogado, or to help your more offensive units extend their play. Another option is Martha's Emblem skill Unyielding, the upgraded version giving you 40% HP back at the beginning of the player phase as long as you are under a certain health threshold. And if nothing else, there's always the Strength and Dex skill from the 3 Lords Bracelet, which will not only help you hit harder, but give you a higher chance at proccing Back At You. While this setup is pretty good on paper, only time will tell if it is truly spicy or not. What do you think works best for Fogado's Cupido class? Let us know in the comments below, and if you end up giving this build a try, let me know how it goes. If you had a good time, support this channel with a like and consider subscribing for more Fire Emblem engaged content. Thanks. While this setup may be a bit questionable, I have a more tried and true setup that you may enjoy, featuring the Crit Goddess Pennant. To learn more, click on the video on screen right now. My name is Varsona, and I'll see you in the next video.